Hello then, welcome to UBC News Tonight at 10 p.m. our last bulletin of the day with me, Sharon Chomdisha and Mugalu Mohammed on sign language. Without further ado, we'll start with the President of the Federal Republic of Somalia. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud is in Kampala for an official visit. The visit, which took place at State Lodge Nakasero, underscores the long-standing brotherly relations between Somalia and Uganda and reflects a mutual commitment to deepening cooperation in areas of security, trade, regional stability and development. The resident district commissioner in Nakasongola district has urged the fishing communities to form groups and organize themselves and benefit from the president's directive of empowering fishing communities with special PDM funding to enable them to buy the recommended fishing gears. This was during the Fisheries Protection Unit engagement meeting with the fishing community operating around Lake Choga in Nakasongola to address the issue of challenges encountered, including confiscation of the fishing gears. Take a look.
The sensitization meeting of the fishing communities around Lake Choga, held in Chigali Village, Kasambia Landing Site, Kazwama Town Council in Nakasongola District. The engagement follows a number of issues raised by the fishing communities, which included the confiscation of fishing gears, inequity, segregation, among others.
They had told me that there is something called the big network. Big network for rich people who can have 30 boats and suffocate the poor. That's one. Two, there's also another category of those ones with boats which have stickers. In case you don't have your boat to have a sticker, they don't allow you to go to the lake. That
It's noted that some fishermen arrested in the illegal fishing and the fishing gears confiscated basing on the law. Lieutenant Colonel Masi Tukahira sensitized the fishing communities on the procedure and licensing regulations to avoid falling in traps. According to the FPU officers, some fishermen are errant and tend to attack officers in operations which puts their lives at stake.
Some of the fishermen on the lake have been at times even attacking our own forces. We have cases where they would attempt to drown the boat of our Fisheries Protection Unit.
Meanwhile, the fishing communities admitted their mistakes and apologized to the FPU commander, Lieutenant Colonel Masi Tukahira, who pardoned them and asked officers to give them back their confiscated engines, boats, among others. According to Nsamba David, the district fisheries officer Nakasongola revealed that the FPU has registered a significant impact in conserving the Uganda's lakes, which has improved on the fish catch.
At the landing site, at the typical landing site, a kilo ranges from 5,000 to 7 6,000. Sometimes it goes even up to 8,000. Now, if we are to compute using the lowest, which is 5,000, you realize that it is close to 31 point something billion.
According to Bendeba Festus, the resident district commissioner Nakasongola, the special PDM fund aimed at enabling fishing communities access the recommended boats and nets to do the fishing, hence improving on their well-being.
These funds are going to empower them to get money and savings to be able to pay for the license fees, to be able to pay for all these requirements. They are struggling with very little fees.
The FPU remain committed to continue carrying out sensitization meeting to all landing sites across all Uganda's water bodies to enable fishers understand the fishing rules and regulations. Kawanguzi Paul, Sula Kaguguwe, UPC.
Thank you so much, Kawanguzi Paul and Sula Kagugube. The proposal to carve Lumino district out of Busia district is facing stiff resistance from residents who argue that the move does not reflect the will of the people. However, the Speaker and Chairperson of Busia District Council want the proposal implemented regardless. Take a look.
The proposed creation of Lumino district out of Busia district is becoming a source of unease in the border district.
I don't see a reason as to why 40 kilometers should be carved into 2 districts, the length of 40 kilometers.
We don't need administrative offices next to people, but we need services.
Juma Nawera, a representative of the people of Busia, expressed widespread disapproval following community consultations.
Busia is an identity for Basambia Bagwe. When you talk of Busia, people, I am Sambia Mugwe. When you say you are Mzambia, you come from Busia. So our identity, they want to kill it.
Nawera said the idea of creating Lumino district is being driven by individuals pursuing personal interests rather than prioritizing the needs and the welfare of the wider population.
One of the person which happening is he the biggest landlord in Lumino. So for him, he think when you have a district, his land would accumulate prices. The price will go high. And that one is, it's on record, they know him. But I don't want to mention here individuals.
In contrast, the district chairperson defended the proposal.
The population has increased by 10 times, so the number of districts can increase by 10 times. From 16 in 1950 to 160 in 2025. 2, the marginal cost is manageable, and it is even negligible. The marginal cost of an additional district is manageable. Then the conflicts you resolve, and the cost of sabotage, and tribal frictions, and the relief with which it comes is more than the cost of 2 billion, the additional cost. So I advocate for the creation of Lumino districts.
However, the Minister of Local Government announced the suspension on the creation of new administrative units, including the proposed split of Busia district.
We actually don't even encourage them to be creating anxiety, and we have been advising them to wait until Cabinet lifts the suspension. That's when their requests can be considered. But as of now, no one should say a district is going to be created today or tomorrow. It's until that moratorium is lifted that any request for creation can be evaluated and considered according to the guidelines and procedure.
The ministry's decision stalls the plans, leaving the future of Lumino district uncertain as debate continues on both sides. Oko Joseph for UBC.
Thank you so much, Oko Joseph. Young heroes are rising at a local primary school, transforming plastic waste into treasures and innovating for a greener tomorrow. Pupils as young as 6 are stepping into the spotlight of environmental conservation. Watch.
Your trash and it closes automatically.
Wow. At the
Olive School in Namugongo, students are taking the lead in the fight against climate change, turning discarded plastics into useful art pieces and practical innovations to combat issues like drainage clogging.
Facilitate a program called STEAM. STEAM is science, technology, engineering, art, and math. This helps out for these young people to be problem solving and to create creations for the future.
These pupils, who are eco-artists, have crafted an impressive map of Africa entirely made from recycled plastic bottle caps.
Bottle tops, different colors and types of bottle tops. For example, Fanta bottle tops, Mirinda, and others. We did this because we knew that if we left it there, it would be polluted.
We used bottle tops as a sign to show that we can recycle plastic and turn it into art.
Even more astonishing is a creation by Primary 1 pupils aged just 5 to 6 years who developed a groundbreaking walking stick for the visually impaired. It's equipped with sensors that detect obstacles ahead, providing signals to guide the user safely.
This is a stick for the blind, and when the blind are moving, this sensor can sense an object nearby.
Another standout innovation is a smart dustbin that uses motion sensors to detect when someone approaches, automatically lifting its lid up.
Discovering the problem of a dirty environment. I had a friend who I told him to throw the rubbish.
And yet another ingenious project is a solar-powered irrigation system that also works during fire outbreaks, inspired by the water challenges in drought-prone areas of Uganda.
Me and my colleagues have been working on this project to help reduce that rate. It is solar-powered because solar is a clean source of energy. It does not release toxic fumes into the environment like petrol and diesel. It is also cheap since you only buy it once. You see, our project uses a submersive water pump which pushes water from the water source to the exit to help put out fires and irrigate land. It is Bluetooth connected so that it prevents death during wildfires since you do not have to make physical contact with the fire. Thanks to the Bluetooth, we're able to move it forward and back and other features like pumping water.
We invented this robot to do such. So when you just use Bluetooth, since it is Bluetooth connected, to put out the fires, so you can push it in front to go, or behind, or sideways, and left. Then
I've made an automatic railway motorcar crossing. So what inspired me was on 10th January 2022 there was an accident in Nakawa, Kampala, where a car was trying to pass a railway crossing but was crushed by a train.
It's worth noting that Uganda's 2025 Water and Environment Week focused on the critical effects of climate change, deforestation, pollution and poor resource management on the nation's socio-economic development. Marion Awori for UBC.
Thank you so much, Mariam Awori. Nakaseke North in Nakaseke District has welcomed the first ever advanced level of education section at Ngoma Senior Secondary School. Makerere University Don Professor Canon Wilbur Manyisa Ahewa, who is also a parent and a stakeholder, officiated the function at the launch of the A-level section and applauded the development. Take a look.
Makerere University Don Professor Canon Professor Wilbur Manyisa Ahewa has commended the introduction of advanced level of education in Nakaseke North, Nakaseke District.
But I want to thank that our advocacy voices landed on the fertile ground of good management and leadership that the call to start A-level education in Guretangoma has been actualized today. I thank you once again, Headmaster. Apparently, I really like your leadership style. And of course, the leadership style that is so good causes serious transformations.
Started in 1998 as a community school and later in 2004 as a government-aided school, Ngoma Secondary School has now officially got an A-level section. Ngoma Secondary School is the only one in the vast Ngoma sub-county. The school has a population of 396 students, of whom 2 are the new Senior 5 students.
We are in Nakaseke North constituency or county in the town council of Ngoma. Ngoma Secondary School or Ngoma SS started way back in 1998 as a community secondary school. Around 2004, the government took over this school as Church of Uganda aided secondary school, and it has been all level until this year when the board decided that we should start A level.
The day and boarding school has a problem of housing facilities and a bad road network to the school.
Challenges is the students are from very far from the school, from the different sub-counties, because the school where it is located, it is in Ngoma Town Council, but you can find now the students are from Chinoni sub-county, Chankwanzi, so you find that the students, they fail to come to school because of the distance. Then the second is hard to reach area. The teachers of themselves find sometimes when they posted them, they fear to come.
Charity Nahabwe, UBC News, Nakaseke North.
Thank you, Charity. The Uganda Society of Architects has announced its 3rd annual sports gala set to take place on May 1st at the International University of East Africa. The event is themed fundraising for Parkins, Braillers and White Canes, with the goal of raising funds to support visually impaired individuals across the country.
One of the biggest reasons why we are affiliated with the Uganda Society of Architects, most importantly on this very pertinent cause, is the fact that we believe in humanity. We know that it is important to have inclusivity. PWD or persons with disability is not a sign that they should not be a part. And so through bringing them together in a sports gala gives us the mainstream opportunity to express ourselves.
So as architects, we said this is a cause, and this is a very noble cause that we need to do. It's only that resources that limit us. We are mentioning, or we are targeting a minimum of 20 braille machines, but our colleague from the association has just told us there are over 2,000 people with disabilities. So the need is huge.
The Society of Architects, they approached us for their Sports Gala 2025. Actually, we have noticed that a very good cause behind in fundraising for this Sports Gala. That's why we Tara Express Uganda, we have decided to participate this Sports Gala.
Mengo, Arharo, Tororo, the level of impairment, people losing sight, it is overwhelming. And us as UNAB, we say that this has come at the right time, because people are losing sight, and whoever loses sight comes to UNAB seeking for support. Someone looks for a Parkinson's braille, someone is seeking for a white cane, and as us, we are NGO, we operate on a small budget from the donors. So we feel this gala is really important because it is going to make a contribution.
Tamane mo pocket, tambula body street, issues are my target.
We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable.
I'm in a plantation, but on a global mission. Internet ambition, full condition.
We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable.
Oro cash is gone, netaga yo karoni, liga mukafoni, money in the zone.
We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. We are good. With MTN. We are what? Unstoppable.
With you and MTN together, our ambition is unstoppable.
We are what? Unstoppable.
Mera ngenze mboni Sam nazanya Ruto ganyiga star 278 then hash kujja kuba ngo oyingire mu kazannyo nga sente zino zimula wano zina wangu lazino wano milioni 10 ebindi wanasooka bila ku TV nange saasoka kikiriza ninga mulaye kino kinzo kubanga kituufu oba yaddala sibya bufere sente zona zifunye zona zikoze ki naziwangudde amasanyu ina mangi ebyoto byange byembadde njagala genda bituukiriza.
Ugandan National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Ugandan National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulator.
Buza Commissioner, enhancing tax education and bringing it closer to the taxpayers. Many Ugandans have questions about the taxes they pay to URA.
When we come at revenue, they tell us to clear Chitenge at 10,000. And when we are selling Chitenge, we sell it at 17. So we don't know whether we are working or not.
Understanding your tax obligations can help you grow your business and avoid unnecessary losses. Now, you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. And in our business stories, the Office of the National Chairman, headed by Hajat Hadija Namialo, have educated the people of Soroti City on how to increase household income and eradicate poverty. The office delivered wealth creation equipment for economic transformation and unity in the formed groups. Now, the function was held in Katine sub-county grounds in Soroti City. Ajabatu witness.
The Office of the National Chairman, led by Hajat Hadija Namialo, have distributed wealth creation equipment to the people of Soroti City. The event attracted Soroti City leadership and MPs who encouraged the population to use the items got in engaging in poverty reduction and sustain their families.
I advise the groups that are going to get this equipment to really utilize this equipment properly and not sell, because we are also going to have people to supervise some of these things to ensure that these groups maintain the activities that they are carrying out so that it benefits others as well.
The head of the office, Hajat Hadija Namialo, emphasized on good usage of the equipments in their formed groups so as to expand on household income. The function also attracted NRM aspirants for the forthcoming general elections in Soroti City that urged the population to continue supporting the NRM for more development.
Soroti City East has witnessed the programs of His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta. We have good tarmac, we have electricity and solar, we have health, we have education. We are left with only one thing, and that is skilling for the youth, women and single mothers.
Through my empowerment, I am going to train them in the agricultural sector
Lydia Chomkama for UBC News.
Moving on, Lira city authorities are urging the central government to waive taxes on road construction equipment, citing high costs as a major barrier to infrastructure development. This appeal comes as the city celebrates a landmark achievement, the commissioning of its very first road grader purchased entirely through locally generated revenue. The Minister for Local Government, Raphael Majezi, who officiated the commissioning ceremony, commended the city's leadership for its initiative and dedication to service delivery. Take a look.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Lira City has marked a significant milestone with the acquisition of a road grader worth 1.1 billion shillings.
The source of funding for purchase of this grader was local revenue. We bought this grader at a cost price of 1,100,946,000. For all these years, Lira City did not have any road equipment. This is the first that we are acquiring. And we believe with this road equipment, it's going to help us go a long way to maintain our roads, which is over 400 kilometers.
City Mayor Sam Atul says the grader is wholly owned by the city, dismissing recent public speculation and assuring residents that the facility will be deployed equitably across all areas of the city.
So it is not a surprise that they are critiquing the number plate. But the grader is here. Even if the number plate was UAP or UBG or Atul Sam, but the grader is here. The question is, will this grader work on the road? That's the only important thing. Will it be in the city? Those are the important questions. So the city owns this grader. This grader will be in the city, will be used by the city, will be used by the people of the city.
The Minister for Local Government, Raphael Majezi, praised both the leadership and the people of Lira City for their self-reliance and visionary approach, describing the project as a model for other urban cities.
I congratulate you on buying your own grader. Congratulations. And I want to confirm that the Minister of Local Government and central government have not put even 1 shilling on that grader. It is your money.
With more than 400 kilometers of roads under its jurisdiction, Lira City has in the past only managed to maintain between 30 to 36 kilometers annually. City leaders now expect to improve coverage to over 50 kilometers each year, thanks to the new grader.
Hiring equipment has been very expensive on our side, and we expect now that the grader is out there, the cost of grading our road is going to reduce completely down. So we are going to have many kilometers of road worked on than it used to be. So the ministry, both central government, should budget for all road equipment. In fact, they should budget for the city, because we want to have sets of equipment out in Lira City.
Officials say that while this investment marks progress, national level support, especially in form of tax relief and increased budget allocations, will be crucial in scaling up infrastructure in Uganda's emerging cities.
The members of Abesigana Kashari Dairy Farmers Cooperative Society Limited and Abesigana Kashari Dairy Farmers Sacco have witnessed peaceful and overall leadership considered as guides and drivers of business in the society. Take a look.
Today, we witnessed the handover of the old management committee of Abesigana Dairy Cooperative Society Limited and Abesigana Savings and Credit Society Limited. It is good when leaders are the guide or are the drivers of business in a cooperative society.
Support us to give us more funds such that our farmers can benefit in case of improving their homestead, farms, and so on.
Abesigana, we are producing yogurt. That is one way of value addition, but we don't have enough equipment
to maintain harmonization of the dairy, to maintain partnership as we have started from the beginning, so that we continue as a single person.
Here we give security when we are getting loan. But as women, we don't have security. So we need, we call upon government to help us as women. We make a group of women, then we gallant each other, and we get a loan, and we increase income in our homes.
So help me God.
In more stories, 100 youths are commencing advanced studies in oil and gas operations and maintenance in France, Malaysia and Oman in preparation for their future development on the Tilanga project during the production phase. This group represents the initial cohort from a total of 200 trainees selected through the Tilanga Academy massive open online course conducted in 2022. The selected 100 students were flagged off by Total Energies, with the last group being flagged off on the 5th of April 2025, heading to Oman. The enthusiastic students expressed their happiness towards the opportunity as you're about to watch.
With Total Energies since 35 years. I joined Uganda in 2020, and I'm in charge of the recruitment of these people and the training. Now they are flying out of the country in one of the best training centers in the world, in STEP, where they will spend 4 months.
UPIC, Uganda Petroleum Institute, Kigumba, field operations. That's my specialty. Yes, we are going abroad to Oman for further on-job orientation, such that we are able to execute jobs in Tilenga project come the production time.
I really appreciate it. I'm so excited because I'm part of this journey. I found a lot of engineering techniques at UPIC, and I'm so happy for this journey. I appreciate everyone. I'm so excited for my next journey, and it's all by the glory of God.
The oil and gas sector, I have been studying instrumentation maintenance, and at the moment I'm going to Oman for further training.
In more business news, Uganda is increasingly registering more short-term rental properties listed on various online platforms like Airbnb and Booking. This trend is not only affecting the hospitality industry, but also the real estate industry, which is now pushing a section of property developers to focus on this niche market. Take a look as Rodrigo McArnold reports.
As the world's economy stabilizes from the COVID-19 pandemic effects, new market trends like short-term rentals are being adopted more and more in Uganda.
Like a fresh listing, they tag you new to booking.com. But if you scroll, say like now, today, you will see 100 new properties. But even on the platforms, if you look at TikTok, everyone is advertising Airbnb. The youth, especially ladies, they are taking a trend.
Online travel agencies like Airbnb and Booking.com alone have over 5,000 Ugandan listings by managers who have set up their properties exclusively for this niche market.
The Airbnb and furnished housing is one of the new trends in real estate, especially in renting. Why? Because there are people who don't want to stay in a hotel. They don't want to be, where others have been, and some of the disadvantages that come with hotel, especially if you're moving with family. So the Airbnb gives you that feel of a home, and yet you can get in some of them services of a hotel, not all of them.
The increasing demands for fully furnished short-term rentals has called for a diverse range of architectural designs and interior decorations to attract both foreign and domestic customers to book for days, weeks, and even months.
The modern type of building is mostly in high demand. The hosts themselves are making studies. They know what the guests want. You'll see most old structures being dropped. They are being dropped, so people are adapting to the new ones. So if an apartment is maybe 3 months incomplete, the people will be already booking because they know the guests want to stay in fresh places.
This is Dr. Ibrahim Semaganda, the managing director of BuildNet, at the showcase of their forthcoming Munyonyo Waterfront Hotel. His company is co-investing with several private Ugandans in an 8-floor hotel apartment that will primarily operate on a short-term rental business model due to its profitability compared to the ordinary rental apartments.
The high cost of construction materials affects the real estate business in the sense that it also impacts on the cost of acquisition, the cost of construction of the real estate, and therefore the cost of acquisition by a potential customer. It goes a little bit higher, which may in turn be passed on to the consumer, who is the tenant or the guests, depending on whether long-term or short-term.
When unfurnished, a long-term rental apartment at 1.5 million shillings a month could easily fetch 4 million shillings a month when furnished on Airbnb.
So it's giving you a higher return on investment because ideally your daily rate, if you also convert the other traditional one to daily rate, this one is much higher. So therefore it comes with a higher return on investment.
Both private stakeholders and the government are actively working towards the enactment of the Real Estate Bill 2024 to allow for some of the new modalities in the sector.
It's taken long for government to understand real estate.
Okay.
And that's where the trick has been. It's taken them long, and because they don't understand us so well, they are throwing taxes everywhere. Like if you look at the taxation in real estate, you might even get discouraged to come in. So it's not like they are intentionally dodging. For instance, the Airbnb at first, they didn't know how to go about it. It's not a hotel, it's not a rental. But I think eventually, as we come up with the law, you know, the real estate bill is coming up, and all that is being covered in the real estate bill.
To foster a more equitable and beneficial real estate sector, this new market segment is getting headway for its profitability. Wadulo Arnold Mark, UBC News in Kampala.
Come on, mo pocket, tambula body street, shoes are my target. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. I'm in a plantation, but on a global mission, internet ambition, full condition. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. All cash is gone, netaga yo kaloni, niga mukafoni, money in the zone. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. We are good.
With you and MTN together, our ambition is unstoppable.
We are what? Unstoppable!
Agriculture is Uganda's economic backbone, employing about 70% of the working population and contributing 20% of the GDP. As the world becomes a digital global village, ICT has proven to increase productivity in the agricultural value chain. UCUSAF, through its Strategic Plan 3, recognizes the importance of access and usage of ICT-based tools, information and knowledge for farmers by providing them the needed skills to live, learn, work and participate in a digital society.
We came up with a project which we took to UCSAF, and we're happy that UCSAF supported it. That project is called ICT for Farmers. What did we get from ICT for Farmers? We managed to skill up to 100,000 farmers.
Welcome to the UBC International segment. US stock market plunged on Friday after China responded to President Trump's latest round of tariffs with retaliatory measures, escalating fears of a prolonged trade war. The S&P 500 fell nearly 6%, marking the worst week for American markets since the 2020 COVID-19 crash. The FTSE 100 dropped almost 5%, its biggest decline in 5 years, while European and Asian markets also saw a sharp loss. Despite global stocks losing trillions in value, Trump downplayed the crisis, urging Americans to hang tough. Analysts warned the sweeping tariffs could trigger a global recession and mark the largest U.S. tax hike since 1968.
War and a global economic recession. Sam Stovall is Chief Investment Strategist at CFRA Research.
Well, the market is down today because the tariff announcement ended up being more extreme than most investors had anticipated. And because of it being extreme, investors are now worried about what the reciprocal tariffs will end up being with the retaliatory tariffs by our trading partners, how long these tariffs will be in effect, because the longer they are, the deeper this market is likely to decline, because the longer that they are in effect, the weaker our economic growth and corporate profit growth will likely be. So investors are attempting to get ahead of the fundamental fallout from the taxes by selling now.
China vowed tariff retaliation, as did the European Union, which faces a 20% duty. South Korea, Mexico, India, and several other trading partners said they would hold off for now as they seek concessions before the targeted tariffs take effect on April 9th. Trump's tariffs sparked a global stock sell-off, with tech hit the hardest. Apple sank more than 9%, reeling from an aggregate 54% tariff on China, the base for much of the iPhone maker's manufacturing. Amazon also slumped 9%, and Nvidia spiraled nearly 8%. Retailers were hit hard, with Nike and Ralph Lauren tumbling more than 14% and 16% respectively on a raft of new tariffs on major production hubs including Vietnam, Indonesia, and China. And bank stocks tumbled to multi-month lows, with Citigroup leading the pack, down over 12%. The consumer staples sector was one of the few bright spots as investors sought out the traditionally defensive area. It was also buoyed on Thursday by Lamb Weston, which gained 10% after reporting earnings. Trump says the tariffs will raise revenue and create jobs in the U.S. But economists widely predict they will raise prices and cast a chill over global growth.
Kama nemo pocket, tambula body street, issues are my target. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. I'm in a plantation, but on a global mission. Internet ambition, full condition. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. Oro cash is gone, netaga yo kaloni, niga mukafoni, money in the zone. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. We are good.
With you and MTN together, our ambition is unstoppable.
We are what? Unstoppable!
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukota Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Thank you so much for still watching UBC News Tonight with me, Sharon Chomdish. And in our sports stories, the 4th Kampala International University Sports Gala unified the university community in a celebration of sportsmanship. The event featured a variety of sports activities, fostering unity and providing a platform for students.
And Inter-University Sports Gala is basically for between the main campus and western campus that is located in Ishaka. And really the games have been nice. We have enjoyed, students are all engaging.
If we come on board our Embrace Sports, it means we are identifying different talents of students where they will not only be in class, but outside also we shall exercise their talents, and of which this helps them in their mental health, because when you only look at the student's performance in class, it means you have left out the skill of this student, and where national-wise we are going into the curriculum that looks at skilling. Therefore, these students will exercise their talents, and so it helps them to move on very well as they are performing also in class. When the university embraces games, they don't only look at the classroom. It means that the university embraces the skills of students, the talents, and so it means the student can only have different talents to exercise in the community. The management of KIU should be appreciated so much, especially the Chairman Board of Trustees, Hassan Basajabalaba, for supporting this item, because we know at the end of the day, students' talents will take them to another level.
And that's all we had for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching UBC News Tonight with me, Sharon Chomdisha, and Mugalu Mohammed, who has been on sign language. From the team and I, have a lovely night and God bless. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Thank you very much, our dear